What's up, everyone? I'm Philip Mihailovich, the founder of Realign Reality, the worldwide depression and anxiety recovery program. So, today I'm here with my recovered client, Kellan, who made a full recovery in just 32 days after suffering with anxiety for 3 months. So happy to have you today, Kellan. Let's start with tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, and where did this all really start for yourself?
Yeah, I'm from North Dakota, United States of America. It kind of started early or late January. Kind of just hit me out of nowhere and then just started having the craziest symptoms you could never imagine. I was like, this is the first time it's ever happened in my life. I was like, what's going on with me? There's got to be something wrong with me. I was trying to figure out every single thing that was wrong with me, and I was just so confused with life and so confused at the time. I had no idea what was going on, and it was stressful and just was terrible. I was in a dark, dark place.
100%. I remember when you reached out to me, man, it was you were honestly thought like you were losing your mind. You didn't know what was going with you, man. Taking a step back, like before that happened, how would you describe your life? What was your life looking like?
Yeah, symptom free. I wasn't worried about all these symptoms that were coming at me. I was just living life, just being normal, being a normal person. Just before all this happened, I was just like never thought of anxiety or physical. I didn't know there was such thing as physical symptoms with anxiety and all that stuff. So I was just living normal life, just like a normal human being, and happy and just living life.
Yeah, and that's like a really for a lot of people it comes out of the blue. It comes out of nowhere and it doesn't have to be a specific trigger. Like many people have like a specific trigger, whether it's a panic attack, bad drug experience, a really tough time in their life, burnout, whatever it was. For yourself, it was kind of just out of nowhere. And that's kind of a very scary place to be because then you're backtracking like what could have it been? Is it this? Is it that? Did I eat something? Did I take
Yeah.
something? Yeah. I know how it is, man. And yeah, talking about like the symptoms, man, let's get into that for everyone to understand. What were those symptoms like? Describe those to me and everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. So when it first ever hit me, it was my heart was beating out of my chest, and I thought I was literally having a heart attack. Like, oh my gosh, what is happening to me? I was panicking. I was walking around the room. I was like, couldn't catch my breath. I was like, what's going on with me? And then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go to sleep. If I die in my sleep, then oh well. And then the next morning, I was like, and then it just kept happening. My heart kept racing. My chest was always tight for 2 or 3 months straight. Chest was always tight, the most uncomfortable feeling ever. And then I would have some brain fog once in a while, just not being able to think about things, not being able to process things as fast as I would like to. Um, just stuff like that. And then there was twitching. Obviously, the twitching scared me. I thought I had some scary thing, but no, it's just all part of anxiety that wants you to believe that something's seriously wrong with you. But yeah,
That's the thing. Like, obviously, like it makes more sense when it's like an emotional symptom, a mental symptom, but when it shows up physical, that's when you start questioning, hey, is there something physically wrong with me? And then you go to the doctors and all that, which we'll get into, of course,
yeah,
man. But yeah, the symptoms wise, like it's very scary to go through, panic attacks and stuff like that. And I remember having my first panic attack. It's the worst experience in the world because you honestly think you're gonna have a heart attack. That's no other way to put it, man. And
for
how would you
sure.
say, yeah, how would you say like anxiety was affecting, your daily life in the time that you had it?
I was just living in fear every day. I was like I'm just convincing myself that something is seriously wrong with me. And when you're in that stage, you're just like you get sad and depressed from it because it's like, oh, I'm never gonna get out of this, and I'm gonna live like this forever, or I'm gonna get some scary disease or something, or some heart attack, and you just live in that phase for however long you're dealing with it, and it's just a scary place to be.
Very scary, of course, my man. And when you were like starting to think, okay, this could be something else, what were some of those things that you're like, maybe this is it? Like, what outcomes did you come to?
Yeah, I was like, maybe I do have a heart problem. Like maybe the doctor's lying to me. Maybe the doctor didn't check me hard enough, didn't look into me deep enough. Maybe I have some scary neurological disease or something like that. Some type of cancer, some brain tumor or something like that.
And that's the worst is because when you really understand your brain and you understand confirmation bias and how your brain literally looks for evidence to back up any belief that you have about yourself, when you're in that state and you start telling yourself like I've got brain cancer, like myself, I was so convinced as well. I've got a tumor, I've got this, I got that. Your brain will go, oh, that's a confirmation. Yeah, you do have it. Yeah, you do have it, and it starts to look for evidence to back that up. And it's probably one of the scariest things in the world is having physical symptoms for sure. When did you feel you had like your lowest point during your journey? Like, do you remember a specific day when you're like, dude, this is the worst day I've had in my life?
Yeah, so I was going through it for a month before I even reached out to anyone. Like, I was just like, maybe it'll go away one day. Maybe it'll just go away. Maybe it'll disappear. But that's not the case. I was like, after that month, I was at my lowest point. I was like, dude, this sucks, and like, I need to find help. I need to tell people like they don't understand. Like, I feel like I was alone. Like, I felt like no one understood what I'm going through. Like, it's no one would believe what I'm going through. Like, why is this happening to me? And I was just at the lowest point. I was crying all the time. I was sad. I was like, what's going on with me? And it's a tough place to be for sure. And it was hard. And I'm happy I was able to find help.
100%. I know what it's like to hit rock bottom myself in my story, man. It's a very scary place, especially when no one around you understands what you're going through. You know, your parents, your siblings, even doctors and therapists, which I'm very against because they really truly don't understand that, man. And yeah, on that note, like let's go back, Callan, is what did you specifically try before joining Real Reality and getting help from me?
Like, I was trying breathing work all the time. And during a panic attack, I was like, okay, I'm going to go try and breathe. But that honestly just made it worse most of the time. Sometimes I would like eat like a warhead gummy or a warhead thing that would like make it really sour. So I was just searching up every possible way to get over this or somehow get over this, and none of it really just worked. And I mean, it helped for 1 minute, but it would come back in the next 10 minutes and just pound you with it.
Yeah, and I remember you mentioned also you were going to the doctors as well. What did they really tell you? What advice did they give you?
Yeah, they wanted to give me on medication, which honestly, like, felt made me feel not very good when I was on it.
Mhm.
Um, I was on it for 3 days, and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I need to talk to Philip, and we needed to do this.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that for sure, like how that all came up to play, man. And on the note of, I remember you came to me, you were messaging me like, yeah, look, like I've started, was it Lexapro?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Lexapro that you came to me, and I'm like, thank God you're coming to me before you're getting addicted to this stuff because no one talks about the side effects of medication. When I came off
Mhm.
it, I literally put myself into a severe state of depersonalization, derealization disorder, worst anxiety disorder there is by far. And no one tells you this, man. Like, you probably spoke to this doctor for 10 minutes, I'm guessing, and they're like, you know what, Kellen? Here you go. Here's your magic pill that they tell you is going to help you out and it does the complete opposite, of course. And it's really, really good to see that you obviously got help right away, which many people don't do. They wait it out, as you said, clearly doesn't work, my man. Yeah, like how does it feel like to go to the most trusted people, like a doctor or etc., and they can't actually help you overcome this? They just band-aid you or give you useless advice. How does it actually make you feel when you're in that spot?
Yeah, when you're in that spot, it's like, I mean, this is the only option I have. But after you realize it, it's like, it's dumb. Like,
Hmm.
they could they could help you a lot more than just give you pills to take, and which is sad in this world because I'm sure a lot of people are on medication and not understanding what it's doing to you and all that stuff. So
It really is the case. It's a very big topic that's not spoken about enough, which is why you have someone like myself who goes against this stuff on all my social media, on all my content, is because they will never tell you that it's possible to fully recover. And that's the thing. You didn't even think that was possible. You thought, like you had some special thing. You have to manage it with medication, have it every single day, etc. Okay. And talking about, I think we were talking about this before, Callan, is what fears and doubts did you have before joining the program? So let's get into that because I know there was a lot of fears, a lot of doubt, a lot of skepticism. So yeah, let's get into that. When obviously we had our calls. So how'd you actually find me? Let's start with that. Yeah.
yeah, so I was all my For You page was anxiety and depression stuff, and I was figuring out how to heal and recover. And your one of your videos actually showed up. And I was like, interesting. Maybe I'll reach out. Maybe I'll see what that's all about. I reached out to you. You texted me, and I was so skeptical at first because, like, what if you're scamming me? What if you're just a scammer that's just gonna not work with me or just
Mm.
take my money and then just block me or something?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Of
which I'm sure some some people are skeptical of joining the program,
course.
which makes sense kind of, but it's not. You're legit and you help your clients for sure. It's not a scam. You know what you're doing. You've been through it all.
No, 100%, man. And it's very normal to be skeptical, right? You should be skeptical when you're looking online, buying anything in this life. You know what I mean? There are actual scammers out there. I remember like we jumped on a call, we got to know each other. Obviously, we didn't start that day because you wanted to speak with your father on the top of my head. And then I remember I got a message you were saying, like you reached out again, you said, "Look, I don't want to waste your time, but I'm not ready to commit to join. I'm just going to go my own way and hopefully wait it out." And obviously I
Yeah.
told you waiting it out is going to make it worse. Waiting it out never happens. And a lot of people still to this day, they wait it out. Like it's never going to happen. You actually have to take action. And then I believe a week later, you said, "Yo, man, I think I need your help. Like, I want to join, but I'm scared to get scammed. I just don't know if this is going to work for me. Like, yeah, you're in a really bad place." We got on another call again, reassured you. And yeah, we got you started on that day. And I remember you were obviously scared. And I said, "Look, Kellan, I'll get you recovered in a few weeks." I said, "I promise you, guarantee you, if you do everything I say, actually implement everything I coach you on, you will make a full recovery." When I told you
Mhm.
like that, you would make a full recovery when you were in that state, what was going through your mind, honestly?
I was like, that's bull crap. I don't think you're not a magician. I was like, this is interesting. But then I saw all your clients' videos and I was like, interesting. I was like, maybe it is possible. And obviously you have a story. They all have stories. Everyone's story is different, but um I thought that I saw that recovery was definitely possible with you and how you go upon things. So I was like, it's either this or stay stuck the rest of my life.
It's literally people don't understand is they have two options. There is only two options. It's either you choose to stay stuck or you choose to take action and actually get the right guidance that you need from someone who's been in your shoes, and helped several other people like yourself and to get to a full 100% recovery, man. And what would you say honestly sets the difference between real life reality and all these other traditional methods and coping mechanisms?
In this real line reality, there's no coping mechanisms. You got to face it straightforward. Like you got to face your anxiety, you got to face your depression straightforward, and you got to own it. You can't let it take control of you, or else that's when things go really really downhill. So you teach people how to take control of your mind and not let things bother you, and you guys just got to keep going with life and keep moving forward. And things happen. There's going to be bad days throughout the process, and
Mhm.
those bad days you just got to keep on going. That's life. You just got to keep on going.
That's it, man. Is instead of running away from it, avoiding your feelings, your emotions, and sensations, you have to understand what it actually is first. You have to understand why you're experiencing this. And when you have the foundational knowledge of your brain and go, "Oh, now I understand what's going on. It's not me going crazy. I don't have something special. It's not an illness. It's not a
Mhm.
disease. It's actually a biological response to protect me." That's all it is. Do you think you could have made a full recovery by yourself?
No, definitely not. I would have been lost and confused with everything. Joining you was probably the best decision I've made in my life. You guided people. The community supports you. They're all going through it. The same thing that everyone's going through. So we understand each other. We support each other. And just the way you set up things, the way you communicate with things and hold us accountable.
Amazing. I definitely want to touch on like in a broader question of how the program is for sure, man. Where do you think you would be to this day if you did enjoy my program? What do you think your life would look like?
Ugh, that'd be ugly. Because, like, it was taking an effect on my parents. Like, I could see that they were, like, they saw me struggling and like I was like, all right, I gotta change. Like I can't keep making them worry about me and
Mhm.
worry about what I'm doing and worry how I'm feeling. Like, yeah, it's just I don't know where I'd be in life. It'd be pretty miserable.
Pretty miserable for sure, man, for sure. And I know obviously your dad knew what you were doing with me. And when you actually told him, like when you were telling him, oh, like there's this guy that helps people fully overcome anxiety, what was his honest, yeah, what was his honest reaction and insight on that? Yeah.
Well, he was like, why don't you just go to a therapist or something? Because like he didn't understand it. But
Hmm.
um, I was like, this dude seems like he knows what he's doing for sure.
Hmm.
He's helped a lot of people recover.
Hmm.
100% of his clients have recovered,
Hmm.
and like he's just yeah, he was skeptical too because like he had no idea. He's kind of not really familiar with
Hmm.
online stuff and
Yeah.
social media and all that stuff, so he's kind of skeptical about it. But it ended up working out well, and I'm happy I did it.
What did he say now? Like when you tell him like I'm good, I'm 100% recovered. What did he actually say?
Yeah, he's like, wow, you look like when I came back from college, he was like, you seem like a way different person than when you're at college. And I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, life's different now. I'm a different person, and I was like, yeah, just I don't know. I'm at a loss of words right now.
That's all right,
uh,
man. All good.
yeah, he noticed that it definitely took a good effect on me, and
Mhm.
I'm definitely a different person, and I'm happy. I'm happy I can make them my parents happy.
Like that's the thing people don't talk about is the effect that you have on your family when you're going through something because you honestly you're affecting them. Of course, it's not your like it's not your fault to an extent, but you start to feel like a burden on them and it makes your symptoms worse and it makes your mental state worse because you're like you think you're really annoying them in a way. What did it feel like when you were having little breakthroughs in your journey? When did you start seeing like small improvements?
Yeah, so I definitely like when I would start my day, like I could feel like more motivated.
Hmm.
Every day I got a little bit more motivation.
Hmm.
And then you start to realize that the physical symptoms kind of just ease up a little bit. They're
Hmm.
still there for part of the
Hmm.
journey,
Hmm.
but then they start easing up as you keep on going, keep on pushing, just
Hmm.
not worry about it, like nothing's wrong with you. They ease up for sure. And that like, holy crap, I'm making a breakthrough. And then a couple weeks later, you don't even worry about your symptoms anymore. You're just going on with life and
That's it.
just
And
going on with
you just
life.
forget about it. Yeah. 100%, man. And within the program, what would you say specifically had the biggest impact on you? Like the course, the 24/7 support, the weekly calls, the community. What would you say helped you the most?
I would say the weekly calls definitely
Mhm.
help me the most because,
Mhm.
I go through a week. Um, like the beginning stages, obviously, like
Mhm.
still hard. Um, you would call me and give me motivation, and then I'll go through the first couple days, like the first couple days in the first week,
Mhm.
and then after that it'd be tough again, and then I'd call you again, and I had more motivation even,
Mhm.
and then now it's 3 days I'm good, and then I'll have another call, and then now I'm 4 days good
Yeah.
until another motivation call, and then it just keeps on going. And the call has definitely helped reset and everything, talking about things, how your week went, and
Mhm.
just talking about stuff like that.
No, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. And of course, everyone really likes the one-on-one coaching a lot of man. And most people, they really like the community. How would you say like the community helped you during this time?
Everyone is familiar with what you're going through. You're not alone. People understand each other, send each other motivation stuff, send each other our daily wins, which is good. I read through all those before I went to bed. Yeah, just having that community, having that support from each other is definitely motivation that helped me get through stuff, and I'm sure it helps a lot of other people.
Good to hear, man. Of course, it's very important to be around people who truly understand what you're going through, right? Because right now, for someone watching this, 99% of you probably have people around you that don't actually know what you're going through. Number
Mhm.
one, and number two, they've never been through what you're going through. So they can't have that understanding, right? And back to what you were saying, Cullen, is the hard days, because hard days are guaranteed during this process, right? How important is it to have support, specifically from someone myself who has been in your shoes on those tough days and weeks?
Yeah, I remember I would text you. Yeah, today was hard. Today was tough, and you're just like you didn't care about feelings, which is a good thing. You kind of just motivated me. You'd send me some motivation text like you're 100% good. Hard day,
Mm-hmm.
part of the process. Those are days you got to just keep on moving forward, and show your brain and show your mind that you are 100% recovered, and
Mhm.
you keep showing up for yourself, it kind of just eases off and then it finally just fades away.
That's it, man. It's so true. Like a lot of people, they get confused when I tell them, like, I don't care about your feelings, right? Feelings aren't you, right? Feelings are not part of you. Feelings are a temporary process of how your brain communicates to you and responds to life and what's happening to you, right? So, of course, like hard days are guaranteed, but hard days doesn't mean you're going backwards. And a lot of people don't understand that you are recovered based on what you do, not on how you feel. And that's the biggest one is it's an identity that you claim to be from day one. Because Callum, what's the first thing I actually tell you inside the program?
You're 100% recovered.
Yeah. And people don't understand what that means. It's you are no longer trying to recover, which is why it's completely backwards to therapy. Okay. Inside this program, you are only becoming the highest version of you. You are stepping into the version of yourself who is already 100% recovered. And then you do everything like the version of you that your brain and your nervous system has no choice but to believe that's true, which is why obviously we're having this call today and you being 100% recovered. That's the magic of neuroplasticity in your subconscious mind. When you were struggling at the peak of anxiety, what's something you wish you told yourself that you know now?
That you are going to get through it.
Mhm,
Like you're going to be good again. Like I was fully convinced that I would never be normal again and never be, and that just brought me down to a dark, dark place. Is like, all right, this sucks. Like life is just terrible right now, and I wish I told myself like you're gonna get through it. Like whatever happens in your life now, like now I know like whatever hard things happen in your life, like you're gonna get through it. You're just got to
mhm,
keep on going with life. Life
mhm.
isn't fair, and just keep on going every day is what gets you through it.
100%. It's just you have to keep showing up. And of course, like everything I teach you in this program is, of course, you recover, but everything is about life, about how do you respond to life? How do you get through hard days? Because now that you've gotten through such a tough period of your life, Kellen, you now have all these tools for life. And when stuff gets thrown at you, because it's inevitable, things are going to happen in your life where you're going to have bad days. You're going to have things externally happen in your life where, shit hits the fan and you're like, hey, I gotta get through this. And of course, man, as you said, like you can get through anything when you put your mind to it, man. And I always go back to think it's Romans 8:18. It says, the pain of what you're going through now can't compare to the joy that is coming. It's so true,
Mm-hmm.
right? No matter what you are going through right now, whoever's watching this, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. You are just being tested by God, right? You're being tested. He's allowed this to happen to you so then it can train you to become the version of you that he designed you to be. And this is coming from a Christian perspective, of course. I talk about going all in at the very start and giving 110% every single day, even with all the doubts. How do you think that played a big role in your recovery?
Um, Going all in, it's like this is living your life miserable or being the best version of yourself every day and recovering. If you're not all in, like it's not going to happen. If you're not all in, like you're not going to see results. You're just going to be stuck forever. And if you keep lying to yourself, like it's not going to happen. So you just got to keep being positive and going all in, putting all your eggs in one basket, and just keep on grinding through life. Life's not easy, and once you figure that out, it begins to be a lot easier. Life does.
Yeah, of course, man. And that's the thing is people don't understand is recovery isn't easy, right? It's not easy at all. If it was easy, every single person on this planet would be recovered. Okay. It takes everything you've got in your soul. But when you have a big enough why and you put it into action, it will come true because you have to think deep down like, why do I need to do this for myself? Because it's not just about recovering anymore, right? You got to put that aside. It's about, hey, if I don't recover, my whole life is on the line. My future family, my future kids, my future career, my future, whatever it is, you're not going to have it if you continue to choose to stay stuck every single day, right? Because it is a choice at the end of the day. No one wants to admit it to themselves. I had to admit it to myself, sorry, where I had to go, look, it's either I'm gonna die like this or I'm gonna go all in. It is a life or death situation for sure, man, which is why it is mandatory to go 110%. And I definitely keep you accountable, Kellan. I kept you accountable the whole time. I said you have to show up, you have to do your non-negotiables, and a lot of people can't take that on board. But of course, I do it out of a place of love to get you the results. I go, there's no excuses. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling sad. You have to do the work. And look, the magic happens at the end of the day. That's what you need for sure. Was there a specific day where you realized you were recovered, or was it kind of like a realization where you just kind of forgot that you were even going through that? Yeah, how would you describe it for someone watching?
I fully 100% recovered. Like when I got home, there was about a 2 week period. I was like, I'm not even thinking about things anymore. I'm just thinking about, I don't know, just not even thinking about the bad things I used to think about. And like, as I just kind of came to a realization, like, wow, this is the best I've ever felt in how many ever months, however long I was dealing with this. And once you realize that, you're just like, wow, like I'm good. I'm 100% good. And you just got to keep going with life. And then you realize that you're good.
100%. And that's the thing people don't understand is at the very start, your mindset is, okay, there's going to be a day where it's like I'm going to wake up one day and I'm recovered, or I'm going to get this feeling to tell me I'm recovered. And many people have this illusion. I had this illusion for so long is people thought, okay, I'm going to wake up on like day 28 and that's the day, or
Hmm.
I'm going to wake up, oh, this is a new feeling that I haven't felt in a long time, and this is what recovery feels like. It's simply when you stop caring about how you feel and you just so focused on your goals, your non-negotiables, everything you need to do every day, that you have no time for this BS anymore in the background, that you're so immersed in it that you come to a day and a period where you're like, I haven't thought about it for 2 weeks, as you said. It's simply a realization because it's a state that you create. On that note, how does life feel like now, Callan, being 100% recovered compared to when you were in the depths of it?
Life is just so much better. Like from now to like when I was in that dark stage, like it feels like I'm on just high on life. But now it's just normal and it feels so much better. You can be happy again and you can just live life again and not worry about every little thing that happens to you. It's just so much better, so much happier place. And going through this honestly trained me a little bit to be mentally strong and like just keep on going. And once you get there, like which I'm there now, it feels so much better. Like you can just go on with life and then enjoy life a little bit.
Amazing, man. Proud of you, man. And like comparing yourself now, your higher self compared to your old self, right? Let's get into that. How would you describe your old self compared to who you are now?
Yeah, so my old self before all the anxiety and depression, I was kind of lazy a little bit. Didn't like to clean up, procrastinated on a lot of things, and um, just kind of didn't focus much on the little things. Kind of just didn't really care. But now it's just like you kind of focus on little things more. Like things come a little bit easier now. You're growing up a little bit. I feel a lot more organized with my life. You feel more motivated to do things that were hard. At like one point in your life, you're like, oh, I'm not never going to do that. But now it's just like you want to do it and you just want to keep succeeding in life and achieving different goals.
Amazing, man. Amazing. And like in terms of habits, what habits did you have before that you absolutely despise now and that you don't do? And what habits do you have set in place now to align with your higher self?
Yeah, I used to procrastinate and
Mhm,
not clean my room.
mhm, mhm,
Like I just trash my room.
mhm,
But now I like keeping it nice and clean. Uh, Not procrastinate on things. My screen time has went way down. Before I
mhm.
used to love being on my screen, but now it's been way down. Been busier with life. Um, just like I just feel like a brand new person.
That's it, man. That's it. Very good, man, to hear. So, Callan, do you think this was the best investment that you've ever made in your life?
100% for sure. It's worth every dollar I spent. I don't know where I'd be if I'd never spent that money. If you're skeptical on making this investment, you should 100% do it. It'll be way worth it in the end. You don't want to live that miserable life of just being scared and being in fear your whole life. So if you're struggling out there, like reach out to Philip. He'll help you. He knows what he's doing. He's been through it all. I've been through it all. All of his clients have been, and he's recovered a lot of people. So just reach out and he'll get you right. So
Amazing. Of course, just reach out and I'll definitely get you fully recovered. So what's the next chapter for yourself now, Kellan, after recovery?
yeah, so when I was going through the stage, I was just worried about like, what about my future wife? What about my future kids? Like, am I ever gonna get my future wife and future kids if I just live in this dark stage? Like, I want to be mentally strong for my wife and my kids and my friends and my family. Like, I want them to see me be strong and not be a weak person in this world. Like, I want to be mentally strong for them. I want to be the role model, and I want them to look as like a real happy dad for them. So I knew my life needed a change, and once that once I realized that, I took place into it and just like went on with the recovery and never looked back.
Also, Kellan, with your baseball, man, because you've been smashing that out. Tell a little bit about yourself with baseball. Yeah, what's that look like for yourself?
Yeah, I've been smashing, doing really well in baseball actually. Been hitting some home runs,
Crazy
focusing on my
amount, man.
health. Yeah, focus on my higher self, showing up to the ballpark every day, and just not worrying about the little things that used to bother me. I'm able to have fun again with baseball. I'm able to enjoy myself, and I'm able to be my highest self, and it's shown on the field for sure.
Good man, of course, man. So if you had to leave this world with one piece of advice for someone who's going through anxiety or depression right now, what would it be?
If you get the right support, like Philip, and the right help, you will get through it. Recovery is possible. It's not going to be easy. It's a challenge. It'll test you. You will want to give up at some point, maybe multiple times. Life is going to throw curveballs, and it's going to challenge you more than any ways and just being able to show your mind and your brain that like you are good, you are recovered, like life's a challenge, but you're going to get through it. And if I would have told myself what I would tell myself, my old self with anxiety and depression is like, you're going to get through it. It's not going to be easy, and you're going to be good again, and you're going to be able to live life happily. So if you're going through it, just keep on going. Talk to Philip. He'll recover you, and he knows what he's doing. So
Perfect, man. Well said, Callan. Really appreciate that, man. But yeah, man, thank you for the interview, Callan, and expressing your story to other people who are going through this right now and understand that you are one decision away from saving your life. That's all you have to do is DM me the word rewire on my Instagram. I will personally get to know you and potentially start your recovery journey there. But yeah, Callum, thank you so much for being an amazing client and showing up every single day. And I can definitely vouch that you were one of my most locked in clients for sure, giving 110% every day. And of course, you see, in just 32 days, guys, Callum made a full recovery. Okay. But yeah, man, you've become someone now that you should definitely be proud of. I'm proud of. And you continue carrying that on for, the rest of your journey here on Earth, man. But yeah, thank you so much, Callum.
thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.